All right, so we're going to try this upload again. Basically, what we're looking at here is our starting document for our final typography piece is a new document, and you want to make sure, again, that you are on inches here. This is very important. I'm going to go ahead with a width of 11 and a height of 14. You can flip those if you want a piece that's a little bit wider. So look at what your image is going to entail so that you get something a little bit more accurate. Resolution, definitely at least a 300. We're going to stick with that 300 for now. This should already be set as RGB color 8-bit. We're fine with that. Black background contents of white, and we're good to go. So at that, you've got your image. Here it is right here. First thing you want to start off with, File, Save As. You want to make sure that you're saving this as hopefully your last name, first name, final typography. That will help you very much to get this nicely named. All right, so when we're working with text, we've already done some of the basic text tools, and I want to make sure that you do have a second to see about typing something on a path. So we've got this regular pen path right here. If you look, we've got a pen tool and a freeform pen tool. So the pen tool, I click, 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 and click one more time. And when I go to my type tool, when you come close to that line, you're going to get a different icon. But pay attention right here. This is center justification. Lettering will be left, and the lettering will be right aligned. So you're going to go ahead and click on here wherever you wish for that text to be. I'm going to click there. I'm going to change to a color. Notice my text is 100 point. That's quite large. And notice the rest of the text has disappeared. It disappeared because I don't have any more room on that line. So I'm going to continually backspace until I get that back. I know that's all I can fit on there. Now I can also change out the size of it. Let's say I'm going to go to half that size. And continue typing. And again, you'll see the capabilities are right there. So that is a regular pen path. You can go to a freeform pen path tool, and that one, you can draw something. Oh, sorry, you cannot do it on another. You have to actually go on another layer. You don't want to do it on a text layer. It won't work. I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to go to my type tool. There's my special icon. You can see that it follows along there. So it is really important to also look at how the text comes in, because when I added extra bumps, when I added extra exclamation points, it changes that tremendously, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in a regular type layer right here. I'm going to go ahead and move that. I hate putting my type layers in like that. I will usually, don't ask me why I did it, sorry. I would usually actually create a box. That way it helps me figure out exactly where I want everything to go. Can make it bigger. And then from there, hopefully by now you're used to these warp tools for transforming them. But notice you are a little bit limited. It won't let you use all of them. There's also, on the right-hand side, right here, if you can double-click out there, you get the layer style. If you right-click out there, we're going to go ahead and warp our text. When you warp the text, you've got a lot of options here for how it is your text is going to be warped. You know, how much are you distorting this? So deciding, maybe if you do this in the opposite direction, what are you going to get from it? Okay? For some of them, perhaps it's maybe the mouth of a character or the eye of a character. And again, it will change depending on which one of these in particular that you're using. So again, that's a warping of your text. Okay? Also, other fun stuff you can do with that text. You can actually, again, double click here, go to layer style. When you click on the word stroke, you're going to get a little outline around there. I can change up that outline. I can make a black outline. I can go ahead and change that color. Let's say I'm going to choose a yellow. Okay? I can choose a gradient overlay. When I click on the word, I get that new menu, so that's really important. I've got preset gradients, and I can also change out that color by clicking around, saying maybe that's what I want. I'm going to go ahead and choose that one. I can do a color overlay, which really a color overlay is nothing more than changing your font color, so perhaps that's not desirable. I can bevel and emboss. If I click on the word, again, I get a whole nother menu. Trying to add a little bit of cool detail in there to see what I kind of can get from it. Again, let's say all of a sudden I love that, but I don't want that yellow outer stroke. Maybe I'm going to go ahead and change it back to a black. And then perhaps I'm going to make it smaller. So again, you've got lots of options here to add details to make that particular image pop and really give it a great finished work. So that's pretty much what we're talking about there. So let's say I'm going to keep that one. Now let's say you have a part of your drawing. I'm going to just quickly sketch something. I'm going to just do it with a quick brush tool. Make a new layer. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw something. But let's say you have a little missing part of your work when you're sketching. Maybe something didn't come through in scanning. You can gain that information back if you use this little guy here called the clone stamp. You want to pick that clone stamp. It's really important. You're going to come over to the good part, the part you want to copy. I'm going to Alt, and you're going to get the little crosshair and click. When I move that down, you're going to see that it's going to copy that particular piece over here. Now, perhaps that's not exactly the right piece. So I'm going to Alt and click here. I'm going to say, okay, that one is better. I'm going to Alt and click here. And I'm going to place that one in here. And I just added that edge into there that was missing. So that now you could potentially fill something a little bit easier. So again, that's the clone tool. It's a lot of tools for you in a very short amount of time. So make sure that you use them very wisely. Kind of review what it is going on. And do some amazing work. This is a really important grade for you.